Here we are on a Thursday, and I find myself torn. We're going back to the deck from Monday, because I didn't really love the one from Tuesday, although it did win. And I want to give this one another shot. I don't know. I even tried to build a Freeze Mage. Unfortunately, without Doomsayers, Freeze Mage is a little tougher to do, because you can only really stall. You can't wipe the board while you stall. And so it goes. I do have enough dust to make Doomsayers, but I don't want to spend the dust to do it. It's like 800 dust to make the 2 Doomsayers. I'd much rather just stay the course. I have like 1100 right now, so once we get a little bit more, I have a golden epic I don't care about that I'm going to dust, and that'll be 1600, and then I have to decide what I want to make.
Jaina versus
Sylvanas is always good. I love her in Heroes of the Storm. She's my main.
My magic will tear you
Blood Mage Thanos
apart.
would fit in a lot of the decks that I play, even though it doesn't work in every deck. Maybe a class-specific one, like Ronin, or that Warrior one that's 10 mana, 7/7, you draw 3 cards, and you do stuffs and things. I always get this paralysis of choice when I finally have enough to craft a legendary, which doesn't happen very often, but recently I've had enough to make... Okay, they all went to the face. I've had enough to make a Dr. Boom, and then I made the Archmage Antonidas that's in this deck. For a long time in the beginning, I was just crafting whatever I needed to fill a deck, and that wasn't necessarily bad. Like, for example, I made... I don't know. Let's see. I think we just have to... Blech. This sucks if this brings out effigy, but we have a 2 in 3 chance that it doesn't. It did. So we may want to try and trade that out if we can. In the beginning, I was talking about how I just spend it on whatever. So in some cases, that was good. It got me like Piloted Shredders, which only cost 40 dust to craft anyways, and they're super useful in a lot of different decks. Very versatile, very basic. And in other cases, it didn't do me so much good.
Someday I'll be just like you.
This feels very weak right now. We could Frostbolt the face, but that doesn't help much. And now we have 2 targets for effigy that we didn't really want, but gotta do something. So eventually I learned the error of my ways and only saved it for big stuff, either epics, because they're hard to get in the first place, or legendaries.
Well met.
And even then I resisted some temptation. Comes hero power. I thought it was going to be hero power. There it is. Of course, we'll just trade with that 3/3 now, so...
reporting for duty.
Not terribly bothered by this. I think this is pretty clear. We go Shlabam, we go Shlabam, and we go... And then we hope that somehow Lothib's the one that dies first. And again, we will throw this mana worm away on our turn if we have the chance to do so. Well, I guess we begin the series of tests. Is it Counterspell? No. Is it Vaporize? No. It could be something like Mirror Entity, but... And yes, we could have played that first and gotten 1 more damage, that's true. I got so distracted thinking about my train of thought that I wasn't really paying attention. It happens. That's why when I watch somebody like Day 9 and people go, why did you play this or that and the other thing? It's like, well, he's trying to talk to his fans and stuff at the same time, and it's just weird. It's a whole thing.
Finally, a second chance.
Well, we have dueling Arcanists going now. Let's see. How do we want to do this? We have to be mindful of the fact that some bad things could happen here. Could still be a mirror entity. We don't really know.
I wonder.
Let's do it this way. Let's play this. Let's hit here. even if it is mirror entity, that's okay. We'll have cleared it out. Now we are sort of a sitting duck for Flame Strike, but if Flame Strike does come out, it should be Loatheb that triggers the effigy, because he was the one who was played first. Not every mage deck runs Flame Strike, so you never really know. That's not bad. Same idea. His home image. So this is the problem that we had with this deck before, though. We have no card draw except Azure Drake, so we're kind of just spinning our wheels here, waiting. I think we're just going to play Tharissen and move on with our life. How do we want to do this? Guess we're just going to phase. We have a fireball in hand, so we're close. Flame Strike's still a concern, but not one that terribly worries us. It would hurt, but it would be all of his mana for this turn. Now we still have 3 creatures alive, unless he has, I don't know, another arcane missiles. He's dead. So, yeah. So once again, we didn't really get anything going for the deck's true purpose, which is Antonidas spam and death and wonderfulness. But of course, that's not the only way you want to have to win a deck. That's stupid. You want multiple ways to win, and we did it by just a war of attrition and a couple of good secret triggers. The effigy hitting on the Loatheb really helped because it had a lot of other targets that would have been much worse.